Walking through the mall and I'm smelling like dough. Shopping in Gucci, they let me both drink up. This convo ain't a ticket, then I got to hang up.
Check the audio. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, one sec. My YouTube here. I'm gonna check our queue, view my channel, see if the audio is working or not. No, live. We need to go live. Why is this not on? Why is this not popping up? Am I live or not? Hello? What about now? Hello? How do I know if... Hello, hello. I don't know if they can hear me or not. Is it on? Hello, McFly. Oh. Let me turn this. Over here. Oh, it is. Okay, it's working. Check our queue. View my channel, see if the audio is working or not. No, live. We need to go live. Okay.
Cause I love that blue G, like everybody loves Raymond. Come up in a strip club, you fuck around, get rained on.
Go up. See if the audio is working or not.
Everybody loves Raymond. Blue G, like that blue G, like everybody.
No, live. We need to go live. Okay.
Cause I love that blue G, like everybody loves Raymond. Come up in a strip club, you fuck around, get rained on.
Go up. See if the audio is working or not.
Everybody loves Raymond. Blue G, like that blue G, like everybody.
Okay, that's way too loud, but no, live. We need to go live. Okay. So we are.
Cause I love that blue G, like everybody loves Raymond. Come up in a strip club, you fuck around, get rained on.
Go up. See if the audio is working or not.
Everybody loves Raymond. Blue G, like that blue G, like everybody.
Okay, that's way too loud, but no, live. We need to go live. Okay. So we are.
Cause I love that blue G, like everybody loves Raymond.
Okay.
Come up in a strip club, you fuck around, get rained on.
Go up. See if the audio is working or not. I don't even know what it is.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh my
Blue G,
God.
like that blue G, like everybody.
Okay, that's way too loud, but no, live. We need to go live. Am I in a loop? Okay. So we are.
Cause I love that blue G, like everybody loves Raymond. Come up in a strip club.
I gotta turn that off. I thought that was coming from the stream. I had my actual live playing audio. So if I go to the where I'm at now, off. I thought that was coming. Okay, we're good. So I'm gonna switch back to this tab, and we're gonna go full screen, and then I'm gonna start talking. All right, guys, it's me, J-Dog Woof Woof here, and I'm going to be doing a tier list. Some of you may not know, but I am a mailman, and often I come up to mailboxes and I think to myself, I love you, mailbox, or juxtaposition, I despise this mailbox. And I just had this idea. I was like, what if I did like a little tier list video? And yeah, so I found this tier list here. And then I didn't know if that'd be entertaining enough, so I'm also going to play Rocket League while I do it on the side. I'm probably not going to, now that I'm thinking about it, because this is a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. And I would like to listen to music or something while I was doing this, but I don't know how to. So we're just going to start here. Let's just go with the first one. This is a solid mailbox. These are often big enough to fit small to medium Amazon packages, you'll have no trouble fitting mail. I can't really think of a downside. Maybe when it gets snowy, they will freeze up a little bit, but that's a problem with all of them. So, I mean, when I see this mailbox, I'm happy. I don't know how else to say that. So that's an A. This is an A box. I love that box. And then my arch nemesis, I immediately see this. This is an F tier mailbox. Here's why. I understand the idea. It's a safety reason. No one can get their hand in there. You have the key. Da-dink, da-donk, open that puppy up. However, I hate this mailbox. The reason is you can fit letters in there, but often you get flats, you get magazines. And what we'll do is we'll cup them like this. Imagine there's a mail slot in this big cubicle. I'll take a newspaper, for instance, or a magazine, and I'll, whatever. 3421 Memphis Street. Bang, put it in the mail slot, and then afterwards we'll get our DPS, we'll get our mail, and then as I go through, I'll stick their letters in this little taco. So when I get to their mailbox, if they have a magazine or a bunch of magazines, for example, it'll you can't fit them in there because the magazine, like the thing comes down, and when you fit the magazines in, you have to push it back up, and then it'll fall in. It's got like this little bucket, bingo bango, and they don't fit. And if you get finicky with it, you work with it. Eventually, it will do what it needs to do. Hold the mail, obviously. However, my problem is if you get anything other than that, you can't fit them in there. If you get, we call them spurs. They're these littler packages. They're often like the little white bubble wrappy Amazon packages. That's a spur, right? Good luck trying to fit them in there. You can. It's just hard. Packages, no way. You're going to the door no matter what. And you might say, "Oh, isn't it your job?" Yeah, it is my job, and it's annoying. Get an A tier mailbox, but I understand safety reasons. Wiener Dog mailbox, obviously an S tier. This is awesome because it makes me laugh. The actual mailbox is. Wait a minute. Oh, the mailbox is on the ground. What does that mean? And I see at the other. I didn't make this tier list, but I see there's also a Wiener Dog on a post. I'm gonna keep that Wiener Dog at S tier because it's funny. The actual dimensions of the mailbox itself and the material, that's an average mailbox. But you know what? Okay, actually I'll do that because it's funny. I'm gonna put it A, but behind that, the dimensions of the actual mailbox are a C tier at best, but comical. I've got a Wiener Dog in my life. I love that. And we're moving next to. I'm gonna say. Ooh, I don't know where to put this guy. I want to say in between. This is, you know what? Ooh, I'm gonna keep it like that. My reasoning is often the mailbox I just put up there, almost identical dimensions. However, this one is a metal mailbox. They can. I don't. The wintertime, these puppies are almost impossible to. They'll lock up. They'll freeze. I'm just trying to think. I want to say that the dimensions are almost the same, but because if you look at the entrance to this mailbox, it's actually inside. It's like an innie versus this is an outie. This is clasping around the outside. This is clasping on the inside, right? And because of that, the dimensions of this mailbox are actually slightly larger, but I want to say that it's not enough to change my opinion on the whole environmental factor. The plastic will it does what it needs to do, right? So I'm gonna keep it like that. These are solid mailboxes. I don't know what this is. What is it? What is this? Oh, okay, sorry. This is an F tier mailbox as well. I'm gonna put it no. I'll put it D. I'm gonna put it F. You know why? Because it tricks you. You think this mailbox, and if you can't tell, this is the mailbox open. And if you look at it, when you shut this, it almost has similar dimensions to this metal mailbox that I have in A tier, right? However, they trick you. You open this thing and it's got a lockbox inside. And honestly, in terms of accessibility, I think it is better than this other one I have in F tier, but because they try to fucking trick, because they try to trick you, it's an F. It's the bottom of the barrel. I despise this mailbox. I do. I hate them. I understand the reasoning. Get rid of them. Fish. I mean, that's a B. It's a C tier mailbox, but it's funny. I'm gonna put it at B. Oh. Oh. Okay. I can't really tell. I want to say that this is going to be an A tier mailbox as well. This is a big dog. The dimensions are a little bit more narrow, but it is a big dog. So you can fit almost the same amount as you can in these two, but these ones are for sure you're gonna fit what you need to fit in there. These ones, they're iffy, but I do love a big dog. You see a big dog, you gotta love it. Okay, CBU unit here. I don't know how to rank this because they're technically all individual mailboxes. Okay, so this is how I laid out. The individual mailbox itself, it can be a hassle. The reason I say this is because they're all little tiny slots. So you can only fit little spurs, or you can only fit little letters in. I mean, you can fit all letters, you can fit all your flats, but the spurs themselves, they can be trouble. Most spurs you can fit in, but no shot you're gonna get a package in there, right? So you gotta. I don't know if you can see on the screen. Maybe it'll make it bigger if you put it. No, they don't. They have these little parcel locker units, and you'll take that key and you'll put it in someone's locker, and that makes it easier. But this one has two, but often two or one is average. There are some nice ones that have three, but the pros, you can knock out a lot of mailboxes sitting in one spot. The cons, if this is an area, which is often the case with a lot of packages, these parcel lockers will only hold two packages, and then you have to take the other ones to the house. And that's not the biggest deal in the world in theory, but the parcel locker or the CBU unit is often farther away, and then you have to drive off your route, not off your route, but off the main street to go deliver those packages. For example, the route that I normally run has these three CBU units, and they're all these new housing developments, and they because of the income, these people can afford to order a lot more packages. It's as simple as that. And they order a lot of big packages, and I only got two lockers per street, so I often have to drive off of my main street to these side streets to go deliver these packages. Not the biggest deal in the world, but the pros and the cons, they make me want to put this at a C. That's what I'll say. This next one is a pull-out. I think I like it a little bit better than this one. Oh, right here. My reasoning, I just feel like I can fit a lot more in these ones. They have a lot more give. These little buckets, this little angle is a lot more shallow. I feel like the white one is a lot more obtuse, I suppose. This next one here, I mean, that's just a solid. Oh, I don't know. These can fit a good deal. I don't know. I'm gonna go B, and I'm gonna think about it. My reasoning is they can fit the mail that you need to fit. The packages are iffy. The handles on these can be annoying. They're often hard to. It's weird. They'll often either be very easy to open, or they'll be very hard to open. Some people have little spring-loaded things in there. That can be annoying. And you know, because they're metal, it can be a problem when it gets cold. But I do like them over the average mailbox. They are often bigger. They can often fit more, and the whole thing opens up. And the square shape is nice. I'm gonna go C. I'm gonna put it above a CBU. And now this, I don't know what this is because I've seen mailboxes like this that you open that up and it is a full bay, a full bay. What am I talking about? It's a full mailbox. But I've also seen them and they look like this. It's a tricky one. So I'm going to, I don't know. I don't know because I don't know what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to assume, well, I don't want to assume. I'm going to assume that it is an open mail. I'm gonna put it B. The dimensions are okay. The knob, I don't really like the knob, just like that one, but it's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna leave this wiener dog here. I'm gonna put the wiener dog next to the other wiener dog. This one's on a post, and the head is okay. Why they are different? They are different. I didn't realize they were different. Okay, I mean they're not that much different. I don't know. I mean, that one's on a post, that one's not. It's easier to get to, I suppose. This is it's going up here with the fish. It's an average mailbox, but I do love, first off, I do love that the address is right here. You might not notice, but it's a problem sometimes, and especially in the rural areas where I deliver. People will have mailboxes, and I don't know if it's they've been there so long or something like that. Sometimes they just won't have their address on it. It's really nice to see someone with an address on their box. It's as simple as that. The dolphin is awesome. The mailbox, average dimensions, and I just like a mammal versus a fish. It's as simple as that. This next one, I do like this kind of mailbox. I do like this kind of mailbox. I'm going to put it top B, if I could. These unhinge, just like this metal one. They're often smaller than the metal ones. However, I don't know what I'm getting at. Yeah, I mean, they're a solid mailbox. You can fit small Amazon packages in there. Which, this might sound crazy, but the lids have a bit of weight to them, which it can be annoying, but when you put it back up, those normally will shut. That is a problem where a lot of these mailboxes, I don't know if it's due to weather, contraction, expansion during the during the winter months. However, those are a solid mailbox. And I know I was complaining about the knob on this one here, but these are I mean, these knobs, this might sound dumb to say, but they're often easier to grab. I don't know what it is about it. That's a solid mailbox. This is a D tier mailbox. My reasoning is, first off, if it is just an open mailbox rather than having a little like a lock, which these often do have locks, but sometimes they don't. They're odd. They're oddly shaped, and they often do have a lock, but I feel like I haven't had as much problem with them, and it might just be due to experience. So I'm going to leave it at that. This fish, I'm just going to put it behind this fish. The only reason that these animal ones are up here is just because aesthetic. You know, the owner put in the time and the effort. This is a solid mailbox. This one right here. This is a B. That's a good mailbox. You can fit. It's similar to these. They're often a little bit smaller though. You can barely fit a small Amazon package in there. Not barely in a bad sense, but like it's, good. I really don't have any problems with them. The only reason it's B is because these are A. You know what I'm saying? You can fit a little bit more near. Nothing else much to say about that. This is a solid C tier mailbox. This is similar to this one. They're both plastic mailboxes. They're easy to open, they're easy to shut. That's another thing about plastic ones. I often feel that the lids get on the way they're supposed to. I think I do have problems with. That's another thing. Plastic is malleable. You can often, like, if I needed to somehow, fit a package in there, you can do it. Like something, the dimensions might be a little bit off, but you can fit it in there. It's C because, oh, you know what? I'll leave it there for now. I don't really like this. I'm sorry, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. This, whatever you call that, metrosexual mailbox. I, I really don't like that one. I don't know why it's in B. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Well, the reason is because I thought it's a big mailbox. So that's an above average mailbox. I gotta move it up. That's an above average mailbox. And it might be, I would prefer to see, yeah, I'd prefer to see it there. These are above, yeah, I would prefer to see, I'm going to base it on that. What would I prefer to see? And that's that, I guess, right? This guy, solid mailbox. I'm going to put it here. These are often big mailboxes. Oh, you know what though? These ones do have problem clamping. I noticed that. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, no, it's a different one. Never mind, I'm saying. These do have trouble clamping, so I'm gonna actually put it top of C. I often feel like I can't shut these very well, but they are good size, so I'm gonna keep it there. This, I don't really like this mailbox. I can't really tell the size, but it's an average size mailbox. The metal lid. I'm gonna leave it like that. The dimensions are average. It's an average mailbox. Same with this one. I mean, it's just an average mailbox, but I think I like the knob over the little thing because it'll cut my finger sometimes. And this white one's dimensions, I like them a little bit more than the average dimensions of a mailbox. This guy right here is up here. Similar dimensions. This one's a little bit bigger, but I just love that shape. This is a good shaped mailbox. And it beats out this mailbox. Oh, well, what is this guy doing up here? This guy and this guy are very similar. This one is just bigger, though, so that's why I'm leaving it up there. This is a C tier mailbox. My reasoning is it's an average mailbox, but this little lip thing, the little opener, has caused me problems. I remember back in the winter time, I was so mad, I was so cold, and they often, because it's metal, it'll freeze, and I just ripped off the lid of one. So, durability, a little low. They don't really fit anything crazy. It's just an average run-of-the-mill mailbox. Same with this guy right here, run-of-the-mill. And this little handle right there, it's very standard, but it'll get to you. It'll catch you up. What are we working with here? Okay, these are very similar to these guys up here. They're very wide, very open mailboxes. They just got the house. And, the house. What do I think about the house? Now that I'm looking at this one, it is circular. I think this is a false. I think this is actually a fakie. These might both be, you know what? I'm gonna put these. I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna put this one right below it. My reasoning is I do feel like they have a little bit more leeway. These do shut better than these ones, I believe. And their houses, they're cute. But I thought that these were all the way open, but you can actually see the little lines. So they don't really fit anything extra. John Deere, more of a Caterpillar guy. Back of the line, punk. Ooh, this guy. This guy. I do like this guy better. Yeah, I do like this guy better than most of these. It's an average mailbox. It doesn't fit a lot, but a lot of slim packages will fit in that one. So like, I don't know how to explain it. Rather like the average dimensions of a Amazon box often won't. It'll have trouble fitting in a lot of these average size mailboxes. But this guy, they'll normally fit. It's plastic, which I do like it, to because it's just easier to open and close. This is a D tier mailbox. I know that it might look like these ones. I can just tell by the way this thing looks. It'll piss me off. And that's for truth. That's for truth. This guy is a solid mailbox. This is an average to above average mailbox. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm gonna put them here. Very similar. This one's just slightly bigger, I think, but it's got a plastic. It's the square dimensions I like. It's a good mailbox. I don't really see any difference with this one, so I'm gonna maybe. I like the blue color. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna put it there. I don't really see anything crazy about it. This is the same one. I don't really know why this is here. Yeah, I don't know what the dealio is with this guy. It just looks like that one. Or that one. I mean, I'll put it up there. I don't really know what the difference is between them. Maybe it's slightly got a larger mouth. Who knows? Ooh, I don't know how to feel about this guy. I don't know how to feel about this guy. The dimensions are very similar to the metal ones that I've been putting in C tier. It's a very average size mailbox. The plastic is nice because it's easier to open and close. I don't have really any bad experience. You know what? And it does have the handle grab, which I do like. So I will be putting it. I'll put it here. I think that's a good spot. I do like this one a little bit better because it's metal, or the clasping I think might be easier than these other ones, but I don't even know what that is. It's just the stand. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one out. I mean, this is just an average mailbox. Is it better than one or the other? It's got it clasps on the inside rather than the outside, and I don't know if I like that. I think I do. I think I do. I think I'll put it. I think I'll put it here. Yes. This guy is very similar to. Where is it? Yeah, these are very similar. I do like that mailbox. It has a B tier mailbox. I'll put it above, actually, because I do like where you can grab it from. I prefer that. And they're usually bigger. This is a D tier mailbox. This is kind of similar to like when people do their own thing. In the country, especially, people build their own mail. Like, it'll just be a metal cylinder with this heavy lid. This was just reminds me of just a heavy lidded cylinder. Like, what are we doing here? They're just hard to work with. Nothing fits in them. Get out of my sight. Same with this guy. This guy might look like this guy. Yeah, sure, pal. These are a lot more narrow. You can't really fit anything in them. I'm going to go D tier, slightly above these guys. This is a good mailbox. This guy right here. This is a B tier mailbox. I do like the handle better than this one too, and it's about similar to. Oh, but this one looks bigger. These guys look okay. I'll put it here. Only due to size. You can fit more in these, but I do like the handle. This is a D tier mailbox. Screw you. Fish again? I mean, I don't know. At least these ones are bigger. This looks like an average mailbox. I'll put it here. That's all I got with that one. Same with this guy. These are, it's honestly more annoying than anything with these ones. It looks cool, but it's an average mailbox and all this girth. I mean, what are we doing? And obviously, the S tier is Chief Keef mailbox from his album Dedication. That is an S tier mailbox. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this stream, and I hope it went alright, because I'm not doing it again. That took too much time. And before I stop, I'm going to look and see if I have any revisions. I think I'm right. I think that might be it. I mean, other than the jokey little animal ones, yeah, I think that might be right. To be fair, this big one might beat out these guys, so I'm gonna put that there. These ones are usually slightly smaller. I do like the clasp on this. I like them. This one I don't know how to feel about, but I'm gonna leave it there. I think I like where these are. I hate these ones. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we're Gucci in that regard. And for that, we thank you. And I think that's the end of the stream, guys. Bada bing, bada boom.